We are built for this network, for the strong, not the weak.
Knox watching the Biggie Smalls documentary yesterday. Shout out to DJ Mad Knox. I'm slipping. I ain't even turn on the Spreaker.com. Cheers, Roundtree in the building. Thank you, Knox. I ain't even turn it on. So 20 minutes of the show, 25 minutes of the show ain't even gonna be heard over there. But we ain't gonna worry about that. I'm slipping. But Biggie Smalls had a established jazz musician in his neighborhood.
Okay.
And the jazz musician, we got TC back here in the building. Much love to TC. You back, TC back in the building. Good to see you, bro.
Man, I hope so, man.
You good. You sound good.
You got an Android, an iPhone, what you got? iPhone, it's mine retired. I know, man, they overrated.
Slow down, Rob. Slow down. Slow down, Rob. You in the minority right now.
Hey, man, what both y'all got iPhones.
That's right.
Y'all jumping around. I got this old Android. I'm clear as a whistle.
Yeah, keep bragging. You finna get blurred. Hey, TC, watch this. Watch he disappear. Now it's just us. And he ain't even on the screen no more. No, it's all good. It's all good. But like I was saying, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to touch that off. The last thing we talked about the limit to loyalty and friendship. We still there? Yeah.
We there.
I feel like it's it depends on how you are. I feel as though it's a limit on who the friends you show it to. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're loyal to somebody, that means there's been some work that made that loyalty be there. You know, it's a reason why. You know, that's why I always look at certain things when it comes to me and Rob and certain other friends. It's like, it's a reason why I should be looked at a certain way with them. You know, that is how I feel. Because, like, loyalty can't go to everybody, all family members. Let's be real. You can't. It's impossible. It's the ones that been putting up no work in to earn your loyalty or earn the fact that you'll do things for them that you wouldn't do for the other person, you know? And I couldn't treat every family member the same because they ain't all in the same position in my heart. That's just how I feel. But as far as friendships and loyalties, I do feel like I don't call two people my friends. One thing my friends is loyalty early. You know, there's a reason why I consider them my friends. So it ain't no negative. I know they ain't gonna answer nothing stupid. So ain't no negative with my loyalty. I ain't worried about you answering no dumb stuff because I wouldn't even been loyal to them. That's all. I just feel like with loyalty, it comes with price with that. You know, you pay a price for being loyal. Yeah, I've noticed that in my life, you know, because it's like when you be 100% with somebody every which way they need you or they talk to you, whatever which way. And one thing you do a couple things you do them, like it turns to like it's a whole different ball game.
Mm-hmm.
So loyalty also, it's not a good place to be in. I understand when people are like, I don't trust nobody, I don't like nobody. That's like the easiest mentality to have. You know, it's hard when you walk around here knowing the friends and loyal to people, knowing that any situation will probably stop that. You can be 100 with somebody, the Lord, whoever they think. You can do one thing they don't like, or something they don't feel is right, and then everything you did, all the loyalty you show will be out the window. So loyalty, it's a dual-edged sword with loyalty.
I like that.
And the loyalty thing, see, that's why I never got into like the world of crime. That's why I always rejected. I ain't gonna say the world of crime, but selling drugs, selling weed in the hood. I never got into it. I always rejected it, you know, because at the end of the day, I knew I was a snitch. You know what I'm saying? I knew I was a snitch, man. You know what I'm saying? If somebody do something and make me get, I'm not gonna do 35 years, man. I ain't gonna do 35 years, you know? And so I had to make a decision with myself. You know, I had to, when I started seeing how things, hold on. Go ahead. Hold on. Hey, I'll be honest, man. Everybody, hey, my boy ain't the snitch and said, he ain't mean it like that. I tell it? Go ahead. Which one? Look, me and this dude. Yeah, I already know what they talking about. Me and this dude on the way to Michigan, B. Hey, H. Me and this dude on the way to Michigan, right? And so I'm halfway asleep. You know what I'm saying? And he agreed to drive. So the first 2 hours. So he wakes me up, and the police behind us. And then he like, man, hey, and he like, get over the driver's seat, get over the driver's seat. And I look back, the police right there, they like right there behind us. It's daylight, right? And I'm like, man, dude, getting over, man, he getting all the way over, man. They pull us over. And I got out the car on the passenger side. I got out, both my feet hit the ground. And I looked up to the police. I said, what was he doing? Speeding? And he's even like insinuating I'm a snitch. I ain't know what to do. Come to find out, his license was restricted. They weren't even suspended. They was restricted. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, that type of stuff, I don't know how people would label that. But I was like, dude, I don't even know what to do when activity like that break out, but that's proof, man. Because I ain't out there doing nothing bogus.
Well, the lesson of the day is don't do nothing bad around Rob because you're going down. Rob will get you locked up, folks. Listeners, don't do nothing.
It wasn't none of that, man. Tell people when this go. Some people are angry, and some people gonna do it. Bottom type person go and question. Why I gotta hold it? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but I will agree. That's why I knew early, man. See, hey Brian, let's tell the truth, man. Let's tell the truth, man. Where's the loyalty at in the mob? Where's the loyalty at in the government? Where's the loyalty at anywhere? We don't see the loyalty nowhere. Nowhere. Ain't nobody, somebody either greedy, too greedy, they want it all. Somebody wants somebody else's girl. Where is it at anywhere in our existence? So I might as well stay in my lane to make sure I do the things that I can control. Right? You know what I mean? Because I don't see no loyalty nowhere, man. For real. That's just my opinion on it, you know.
Well, show Rob loyalty or you going to jail. That's the moral of the story. Rob will get you locked up.
I'll put some money on your books.
Yeah, see, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it first. He got you once you go down, he got you, but
meaning in the bigger structure of things, you know how when people always say, well, you know, like they be ready to execute you for not keeping it real, or keep, they got their claim, but we gonna keep it real up here. We gonna keep it real up here. But they got like you know, I know it was a movie, but it was based off the truth, like Nino Brown. When they hit Nino Brown, and he was like, man, you know, he ended up doing like that light-skinned dude. I don't like him. I never did like, because he wasn't trying to do that time. That's real life out here. Look at all these rappers, the ones that's backdooring each other out here, you know, and everybody can't eat in the same territory. We've seen it throughout our life on watch. All throughout, we've seen the lack of loyalty everywhere. That's what I mean. I don't mean me and your friendship or what we can establish. If we maintain what we're doing in the fullness of the way we talking, and it develop into an influence, and we still stay tight like that, we are rare. That's a rarity. You know what I'm saying? And everybody alpha still in place, that's a rarity. You know what I mean? That ain't the norm. You know what I mean? To me.
I would agree with that, man. I mean, you can even look. It might sound funny when I say it, but you can even look at R&B. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes couldn't stay together because he was jealous of Teddy P. The Jackson 5 couldn't stay together because Mike wanted to be the man. The Commodores broke up. You know, hell, the Fat Boys broke up. You know, it shit. I mean, you right. Yeah, they broke up.
That's what I'm saying. Once the fullness of your alpha fully mature, it's hard. It's like hard for us to share space, and that creates these situations where loyalty is challenged. You know, and so that's just how I feel. That's why I never wanted to get in the street game. That's why it didn't make no sense to get in that coach of the blood coach. I'm from the hood, but I ain't from the streets. Like people used to say, like we talked about that before, Brian. It's the difference between being from the hood and being from the streets. The street dude is like when he wake up in the morning, you know, and go to bed at night, whatever in his pocket, that's what he made. It took one of my street dude buddies to tell me. You're like, because I used to make that comment, I'm from the street. Like, nah, bro, you ain't from the streets. You might be from the hood. You do some street dudes, but you're not from the streets. And he clarified me for the rest of my life with that statement. I ain't from, you know what I'm saying? Because that's me. I'm false identifying myself. You know?
You want to invite some of the people in just in case they got some opinions?
Yeah, man.
All right, it's the link just hit the the link just hit the chat room. If you feel like you want to be a participant in the conversation, we are welcoming that. The Jaw Jackers would love to hear from you.
My shit not working. This hot, Brian. I like this.
Huh?
Let me see how far. Hot, man. I like this, bro.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah, man. Next topic, man. Talk to me. What else you want to talk about? What else you want to jaw jack about?
You said next topic?
Yeah. TC having some technical difficulties right now.
The question you posed the question. Let me see if I can. It was about should our athletes, should our celebrities and our athletes have a responsibility to give back? Should our celebrities? Is that how you framed it?
Okay. I said, should celebrities and athletes be are they obligated to give back? Because that is a hot button topic. A lot of people say no. A lot of people say yeah. Nobody has ever come to a distinct answer, and I just want to know some people's opinion on that. You know, should they, like the Nike thing above our heads, just do it? And just in case anybody knows, we're not sponsored by Nike. I just want to get on their nerves enough so they can ask us to stop, and then we can bust them out and then force them to give us some money. That's the plan. TC still struggling with his technology though.
What's your take on that, though, Brian? What's your take on the question? You know,
my take is, I think, unlike most people, I think they're obligated to. It's easy to say, oh man, they don't owe us nothing. That's their money. That's their this. They worked hard for that. But you know what? If our listeners, me and you, never watched any basketball and they were still making all that money, then yeah. See, to me, this is why I say yes and hell yes. Because of this. Let's go back to 1980. Magic Johnson and Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. That's when sports took off. And entertainment was always a thing. But when you listen to shows that are big time mainstream media, unlike us yet, but they tell you black coach, you get all the eggheads, the Cornel West, the doctor, my man, what's his name from Detroit, light-skinned brother, Michael Eric Dyson, every time they need a smart black man to show up, this dude show up, guys, right? All those dudes show up every time.
There we go.
Okay, we in business. The question is, TC, the question is, and I'm answering it right now. Do black celebrities owe the people anything? And I'm answering that right now, and I believe hell yeah, because like I was saying, when you get all these so-called smart people and the intellectual people on TV, and they go, see, black people move popularity. Black people control what's fashion. Black people control what's popular. we are the definition of cool, and without us, it would be nothing. If that's true, then every time we take somebody from the mud and we make them a celebrity, do they have to go door to door? Hell no. I'm not asking them to give me nothing. But what I'm asking is this. Okay, let's say one of them scrubs on the Bulls right now just come up out of his shell and become the man. And now the Bulls in the finals and he get his own gym shoe, and then we get to buying his shoes, right? Without the community, that ain't possible. Because like for example, hip hop made the sneaker game insane. Hip hop culture made wearing gym shoes popular. We old enough to remember when our mama wouldn't let us wear gym shoes 7 days a week. If you wore 7 days a week because you tucked them in your bag, and when you got far enough away from your mama, you put the gym shoes on. So we made all this stuff that's popular. So at the least, y'all need to be opening up youth centers, opening up grocery stores, giving people jobs. That way, it's just not a straight give, it's a give back. And then we benefit too. Just imagine if a couple of the dudes from the Bulls or whatever team you root for that's from our community would have opened up a grocery store on the south and west side. Now you got food. Now you got people getting jobs and getting good food. They say they open up one in Beverly, one in the middle of the south side, one over there in the Manor, and then one on the low end. And then do the same thing with the west side in K-Town, in the Holy City, and in Austin. That's 6 stores. And this is not just one athlete. Just imagine Walter Payton, Leon Durham, and Quentin Daly. Before he had his issues. But seriously though, just imagine if they'd have opened up 6 grocery stores. That'd have gave 6 communities 6 opportunities to get good food. That'd have gave 6 communities 6 opportunities for people to get jobs and not be begging and scraping. That'd have gave, you to provide an opportunity, because we out here buying the Leon Durham jersey. We buying the Walter Payton jersey. We buying the Quentin Daly jersey, and we rocking it. We pressing for you. We buying your sneakers and all that. The least they could do is give back to the community in that way, or give back to the community like Bishop Brazier did, refinancing them houses and putting low income housing in the hood. If you gonna have me buy your hat, drawers, t-shirts, and all that, and your gym shoes, the least you can do is turn around and take some of that money. At least get together with some of the brothers from your city and provide the people with opportunities, and those same opportunities to get right back to you as well. So I believe they owe us. The rappers too. We buying these goddamn records, and you ride around this $500,000 car. Without my ass listening to that bullshit, you would be standing here next to me at the Paper Plastic, man. So I believe so. Shout out to my man D Gray from LA. Big ups to you, brother. Thank you for the support. Please hit that like and share button. Go ahead.
Go ahead, TC. I saw you shaking your head, man. Go ahead, man. I want to hear his ass.
Rare Beauty is in the building. Thank you.
Hey, you gotta forgive me being down here in Tampa. I guess I'm still that loyalty subject you said, Bob. I want to get back on something you said about the loyalty, but I'm gonna stay right here with him with this. Now, do I feel the athlete or interchanges on anybody, like the neighborhood or their race? I just look at it like hell no, hell no. I look at it. It depends. What you say, I just try to break it down and make it sense. Morally, I feel you're right. I have a moral obligation. Yes, I got some money, y'all don't, so let me give y'all some. I mean, morally. But if it's a basketball player that's not here hooping in the gym and working out and getting himself together to make some money, you talk about advertising. Nike and whoever make the clothes you bought, that was there, that's just still making money off them. You know, you support Nike too. Now you give them some money. Boom. Now Nike trying to recoup all that money back. So it's not. I don't feel. I feel they have an obligation to help those that got them in that to get them where they are. Now if they do something, I feel it's nice and it's appreciative. But if they don't, it all depends on what they was doing. Like Ross and Drake said, you weren't with me when I was shooting in the gym. Them boys out there hooping, getting their skill together. I feel it's unfair because I don't really hear people saying like Larry Bird had to get back to French Lick, Indiana. I don't hear nobody saying Brad Pitt didn't got on and Brad Pitt got to go back and take care of people. It's just like every time it got to be an extra standard when a brother do something. If a brother get on, he gotta have a whole community in mind. If he don't, then he ain't real. But when you see the rest of the guys that's not a brother get that money, I don't hear no. It's the same scenario about it. Just how it is in this world. And I don't think we gotta at least see it like that. Look at Parsons. Sat there and got all that money in the NBA. Hurt, didn't play a minute. You rarely heard anything about it. But when it's a brother who ain't playing because he owe money, they be like, get that contract out of here. He don't deserve the money. I'm just talking about how people talk. I ain't even talking about they can't take the money from. I'm just saying how it goes. It's like it's a double standard for the brothers. If a rapper make it because he got lyrical talent talking crazy, to me a rapper ain't talking no crazy in a movie you saw. I don't see nobody telling Robert De Niro to get back to his. I don't hear nobody say don't say it, but I ain't never heard nobody tell Al Pacino, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Maybe you don't hear it because you're not Italian. Maybe that's a conversation that's happening. Maybe that's a conversation happening between Italians when it's Robert De Niro or whatever culture DiCaprio comes from.
Everybody hear what they say about the brothers that's been said publicly. You ain't got to be in no white community to hear them talk about what a brother should have done. Everybody know Jordan support. Jordan said Republican by Jordan.
But see, I'm not asking them. But I'm not asking them. Tell you what, how many gym shoes Jordan sell if the brothers don't buy them?
Say it again.
How many gym shoes he sell if the brothers ain't buying them? Because if the brothers make you popular, without their push, your ass ain't popular. Because if they follow us,
I don't agree with that. You said the brothers made Jordan popular.
No, the brothers made Air Jordan brand popular. The whole hip hop movement. Okay, so why wasn't Dr. J selling $100 million in shoes? Because Dr. J had his own shoe too. The hip hop culture. No, Converse was the most popular gym shoe in the world. The reason Nike is popular is because of the hip hop movement. No, marketing had nothing to do with that. I'll give you an example. Run DMC is at Madison Square Garden in 1983. And they tell Adidas, without us, y'all not making that money. And they say, what the hell you mean? He said, don't worry about it. Go stand to the side of the stage. Run, come out to the stage and say, everybody hold up their shoe. 19,000 people held up an Adidas shoe. The next thing you know, Run D and J set for life because they showed 19,000 people hold up one shoe. Hip hop made the sneaker game what it is today. And without hip hop, you'll still be selling shoes, but you wouldn't be selling at the rate that it is now. Just like people was buying jerseys. No, Michael Jordan didn't sell shit. Run D and hip hop sold them sneakers. Fuck Michael Jordan. Because without hip hop, that sneaker game ain't shit.
You said hip hop sold Jordan.
Hip hop made the sneaker game what it is today.
No, you been said sneaker game. I'm talking about Air Jordans now. We're gonna be specific.
Air Jordans. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Because if you don't see KRS-One in 1988 wearing the motherfucking shoes, if you don't see Easy eating them in the motherfucking shoes in their videos, motherfucking popular culture drives whatever's going down. Just like jerseys. Yeah, the NFL was selling jerseys. The NFL and the NBA was selling jerseys. But until them hip-hop niggas start being on TV every day with them goddamn jerseys and T-shirts on about them jerseys, that's when the whole country started getting 5 and 6 jerseys.
The Jordan aspect, what I'm saying.
The Jordan aspect, all that shit. If it wasn't for rappers and the hip-hop culture, wouldn't nobody be buying that shit. Not the way they buying it now.
That ain't true. They probably gonna buy no shell to Adidas. They won't buy shell to Adidas. But let's be real, when we were shorties, Jordan, ain't no hip-hop dude in 84, 85 was talking about be like Jordan. That was marketing. Jordan did that.
Who were they marketing to? Who were they marketing to? Who were they marketing to?
Everybody bought Jordan. Let us be real about Mike's. Now, I ain't saying the shelters that the Adidas to Run DMC won't. They did make shell to Adidas popular. Hip-hop and rappers, Timberlands, they did make those popular. But when we grew up, Jordan, it was Be Like Mike commercial. It was
who were they marketing it to?
Spike Lee commercial.
Who was Spike Lee marketing to?
Everybody just they come in the hood.
Yes, they did.
They come in the hood, they went everywhere.
Okay. You can believe that if you want to. No, that's the 90s. That's the 90s.
You talking about the 80s?
No, right. That Like Mike campaign started in the 90s.
Who?
That Like Mike campaign started in the 90s.
All right, so Michael Jordan, when Michael Jordan blew up,
poor black teens, as one of the listeners just said, poor black teens made that pop. Period.
I love our race. But y'all, I can't believe you missing something. Y'all forgot something. You telling me Michael Jordan started selling. Let's be real. When Jordan went to the first dunk contest for that gold chain, red and black, and the NBA was signing him every day for wearing that shoe. Let's be real. Before, it wasn't no rapper talking about no Jordans. It wasn't no brothers talking about no Jordans at first. Jordan, that Phil Knight dude blew up with that marketing off those Jordans. When Jordan couldn't wear Jordans, and he got fined every day, and he still won. And then he got him doing a commercial when he kicking his feet. I was 10 years old. I wasn't no rap. Jordan made us like Jordans. That's just, I ain't heard them. Them rap in 84. Let's go. Go ahead, Bob. No, I said I agree with you. That's all I said. I said I agree with you.
The hip hop culture and black people made that shit pop.
I'm gonna take the clock. I'm gonna make sure everybody get their talk time. But I'm on the other shoes, that hip hop, a lot of things now, and then yes, hip hop, black people, we did. But we can't forget in 84.
Who was buying them in 84 though?
It wasn't in 84, 85 when he won a dunk contest.
Who was buying? No, actually he won the dunk contest in 88. Actually won the dunk contest 87, 88. He won the dunk contest 87, 88. 84 is when Larry Nance won it. 85 is when Dominique Wilkins.
No, I ain't say he won. I said, see, you missing it, bro. I ain't say he won. I said with Jordan, the first time Jordan was in a dunk contest, when he had the red and black thing on, when he did the Jordan jump.
My freshman year in high school.
Gold chain on his neck.
I was a freshman in high school. I remember it very well.
That was early 85. That was early Jordan. That was before 87. I ain't say he won, but the shoes, them shoes stood out. Everybody.
Let me ask you this, TC.
Yeah.
Who was the popular director that you remember directing those Air Jordan commercials? Spike Lee.
Spike Lee.
When you, at that period of time, okay, let me finish. If you put a radically pro-black dude in a commercial and let him direct it, who is he aiming at?
Black people. Is that what you want me to say?
No. You ain't gotta say it. Who are they aiming at? Because you don't get. No. Who attention are you trying to get then?
Let me just throw a reminder of what we're talking about. Let me just throw a reminder of what we're talking about, so in case somebody jump in and they can follow the pattern of what y'all talking about. We're talking about the thought is the celebrity and athlete who succeed or successful, they owe it to their communities to give back. That's the concept that they're talking about.
Now, back to what I was saying. You don't put a radically pro-black dude in a commercial to get young white kids to pay attention to you. You know what you do when you're trying to get young white kids to do it? The exact same year, Nike leased the rights to the Beatles song and had Revolution. At the same time, and they was doing Air Max and track shoes. When you start promoting the Air Jordan brand, you go get the blackest dude in town and you connect him with Michael Jordan because he's running around the media saying, black people ain't getting enough, black people ain't getting enough, black people ain't getting enough. So you go get him, and who are you aiming at then? All of a sudden, the sales take off when you add Mars Blackman, a.k.a. Spike Lee.
And you saying the reason why Jordan was popular and made that money.
Did you hear anything I just said? Address what I just said. Address what I just said. Who were they aiming at? Who were they aiming at?
That's what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Aiming at the hip hop culture?
Mm-hmm.
Just blacks and junk.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I mean, okay. Please make this all about those shoes because with I don't know, Jordan, I mean, let's go for the purists. When Jordans came out, that was the only shoe looked like that. When Jordan came with them red black Jordans and the red white black Jordans, those shoes stood out. Then he came with the 2s and the 3s with the triangles in the back, patent leather, black on the side. Them shoes look like no other shoe. I'm not saying that blacks ain't buying the most or whatever.
Hold it. You not saying that? Hold it. You not. So who bought him the most again? Hold it, TC, you arguing against yourself now. Who bought him the most? Who bought him the most, you said? Yeah.
Gotta be us.
Hold on. Stop right there. No. Hold on. You.
He's not saying blacks.
Right. But that's my point. You said who bought him the most? Who? This is my point, Rob. If you're saying due to marketing, black people bought him the most, black people popularized the shoe, then don't that mean the campaign worked?
The reason why I don't agree with that point, to a degree, because we look at the stuff black people made popular. These people don't owe us nothing. Remember them air fresheners in the car you put in the car with the crowns? Remember those?
So how many? Okay, that crown. How many?
People made those popular.
Okay, hold on. Watch this though. Did Rob Orr get on TV and say, Rob Orr, the most popular podcaster in the world, get on TV and say, get this?
Like, no.
Okay. When you telling your folks, get behind me in something, and they get behind you, you owe them. That's my point.
That's a good point.
That's my only point.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So your suggestion is basically, okay, the celebrities or entertainers who do whatever they love to do, you're saying because you support what I love to do.
No, because you asked me to.
Okay, now what I'm asking is these celebrities, and this is going back to TC's original point. This was his original point. Because we're talking about the same thing. We're talking about do people owe you? Now, here you are, a child, a kid. They like playing basketball, or you're a kid, like acting, or doing whatever you do.
Mm-hmm.
You're good at it. You're entertaining at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get more and more entertaining, right? And because you're elevating this game of entertainment into this monetary game.
Mm-hmm.
This is through no part of your own. This is just you doing something you love doing.
Mm-hmm.
And you, through doing some childhood thing or some hobby that turned into an actor, a celebrity, or it might be the way you look. You just might, you look like H-Rap. You know what I'm saying? They just want to cash you in all the roles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because you start moving in a certain way, I want to make sure I'm clear. Your suggestion is, if you get successful out of it, even just because of the influence that comes with your success, you're saying that you owe people who supported your success something monetarily back.
I owe my community. I don't owe any individual. Because you know what? Along the way, okay, let's just use me. I wanted to be a pro football player. I practiced all the time. Shout out to Jimmy Fields, shout out to Willie Green, shout out to Fred Thomas and all other people who helped me along the way. But guess what? Without them, no matter how good I am, no matter how much drive I have, without the assistance of the people who supported me, I'm not going to be there. We all, if they'd have said, Coming to America 2, starring Tracy Morgan, not even Tracy Morgan, that dude who was Eddie Murphy's son in that movie, the community wouldn't have got behind that. They got behind it because of Eddie Murphy. We went to see Beverly Hills Cop because of Eddie Murphy. We went to see a lot. We turned on Fox. We made Fox pop because they put Martin there. They put the Wayans brothers there. We go see all those movies because the Wayans. And you know what the Wayans turn around and do? Every time it's a young brother that's coming up, they reach back and help. They grab people. According to Steve Harvey, I don't know how much truth it is to it, but according to Steve Harvey, 65% of the brothers in the early 90s, up until probably when he said this about 10 or 12 years ago, came through Eddie Murphy because Eddie Murphy was pulling people. Come on. You can look at it. Chris Rock, Martin, Dave Chappelle come through Eddie Murphy. He's reaching back. Arsenio told a story last week on the Breakfast Club about how him and Eddie didn't know Damon Wayans. Damon Wayans walked up acting silly. The next time he saw Damon was in Beverly Hills Cop, acting silly, acting like a gay dude. Because that's what he was doing that day. What I'm saying is, we always say, man, brothers need the help. Brothers need the help. Brothers need the help. Brothers need the help. And then when people like me say, all the motherfuckers need the help, we go, hold it. Because we go to see movies because of these people. We tune into games. We buy their shoes. We buy their cereals. We buy their soda. We go to McDonald's. The reason that we do a lot of this stuff is to support them, to show allegiance to them. And I'm just saying, what I'm saying is, put a youth sooner. You can be, what we can do is we can be singular and individual. So okay, why did McDonald's pick Michael Jordan? Okay, well, why wasn't Nike the number one gym shoe on earth until people like Bo Jackson and Michael Jordan started promoting?
It's easy, man. They were the most popular people in the world at the Jordan.
So you go get the two most popular people in the world and their community follow them and they become the number one brand. Why?
When you say community, you saying his race. That's like community.
Race, community, niggas, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
We make shit pop.
I'm still an innocent man when I saw Jordan. I was young. Those were the coldest shoes I ever seen. I was young though. But when you saw Jordan, when you was 10 and 11,
I was 14.
Upper shoe looked like that. There was no other shoe like Jordan.
For the record. Okay, I'm a couple years older than you. For the record, the first Jordan that came out was all white. Do you understand that the Air Jordan is only the fucking Air Force One high top? They added the colors because of the Bulls jersey. People flocked to him because of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. People flocked to that shoe because of who was wearing it.
No, you could call it a L1 because it was from Nike, whatever, when you first saw it. But when Jordan put the Air Jordan, when Nike decided to put them Air Jordan thing on those Air Force Ones, the high top ones, they put the Jordan in. Then they went red and black. Because the Bulls cut. Red, white, and black. Then with the white, with the patent leather, with the thing on the back of it. Then the low top patent leather with the black ones. Those was the cold shoes when we was young. You're not gonna tell me I like those shoes because I heard somebody in a drug dealer saw them do it one. Or I like them shoes because person. Those were some designs. Those shoes just was different. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying you.
Okay, watch this though. But
hey, ask in what way should these celebrities act? What way specifically should they?
I said that. That's exactly what I said. I didn't say they should go door to door and hand out money. I said they need to be putting out, opening up youth centers. They need to be helping with places like grocery stores, things that the community need, things that they lack. I didn't say Michael Jordan need to go to the bank. I need a big ass check for the South Side of Chicago for $40 million. Throw that shit in the air and hey, go for it. I said they need to be helping with homeless shelters, after school programs. They need to be opening up grocery stores. And fuck the Boys and Girls Club, because that's not our shit.
That's not really the problem, though. Like, just the lack of community centers.
No. The problem is lack of opportunities. We sitting around complaining. It ain't enough. In our neighborhoods, they got things called food deserts. That means there's not enough opportunities to go buy quality food. If you are rich and you're part of a community and you know you're benefiting due to that community, you should go to that. If you're in that city, you should go to that city and open up these things if you can. I'm not saying all 460 guys in the NBA that they need to go do that. What I'm saying is, if you have, just like, you remember your point from the original question? If you have, you should give and expect it to be passed along. Those are your words.
I call those wounded expectations of my personal.
No. But you said, if you, in your mind, if you have, you should share, right? Without the expectation of somebody giving it back to you, you should just pass on your blessing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Well, okay. As long as we do this show, I don't never want to hear about unity then. Because that's a part of unity.
All the time, man. Don't get me wrong, we blessed to have a God-given talent, but them brothers work for that talent.
Okay.
And so they do to get that.
All right.
They got that. To me, your obligation to the community, what you give to the community, which is like what you have control of. You can't. How can you sit there and say if somebody? I'm just asking. This is my opinion. I'm asking a question right now,
I'm listening.
Why always took it because of the condition? I guess the condition I raised saying like we want somebody to do something. But they're supposed to get back. I feel first they're supposed to do is get their family. First they do is make sure their family's straight. I'm not thinking about no Vincent, no Church Street. I get my family right. First and foremost. My family comes over the block. Period. So I don't understand how. And then let's think about the community we grew up in, Bob. Think about the neighborhood where everybody want to fight for streets. Like, I want to get shit back to them fucking Vincent. I want to get shit back to that.
You ever wonder why they feel that way? Why they act that way?
I would.
I said, have you ever wondered why they act that way?
That motherfucking community. I'm just saying, I'm just being real. I didn't grow up in a utopia community where fight was cool. I grew up in a community I want to get the fuck out of. I grew up in a neighborhood I want to get the hell out of. That's just me. I have that neighborhood, the neighborhood that I love what I went through because it made who I was, but we grew up around fuck niggas. Let's be real. That game making shit. All the people we lost, all the family members I lost because motherfuckers have sent them off. Let's be real. That's that same motherfucking community. That's that same neighborhood. So I didn't want to raise my kids in my neighborhood.
You ever wonder why those people act like that?
Fuck that neighborhood. And my people, who I'm going to say, which is people that I feel they need, which is mine first. You can't think about it. You can't hold it against nobody if you don't know.
I didn't say I held it against them.
With their money. If I had came into I'm saying they should though. If you come so well, Bob, you got a long way to go to get your family. They ain't get that money at one lump time. They get when your family been I read myself, my family been broke, got down some more put out some more broke. So I got little cousins out here broke, with babies, broke. Man, I got a whole family I gotta get together. My rents are $100 million. Before I think about putting a boys club in the hood. No, not no neighborhood. I said they first out. You feel like what? You feel like what? And if they not right, then we have a discussion. But I don't feel it's fair to say they owe. I don't feel it's fair that we should be saying what somebody should do with their money when the neighborhood not knowing what they really doing with their money. That's just how I feel.
You not listening. Before you say anything, Rob. What you doing, Rob? TC is this. You're not hearing what I'm saying. You are hearing what other people have said and attributing it to what I said. At no point did I say you need to take all your money, yada, yada, yada. At no point did I say you need to open up a Boys and Girls Club. What I did say is open up things that would be beneficial to you as well as the community. You didn't even hear me say that. Because guess what? If you open up a grocery store, you make money and you benefit the people who are inside of your community that ain't gangbangs, that ain't fuck boys, who ain't on fuck shit, because you're giving people opportunities to work versus do crime. You're giving people, if you renovate a housing unit or a dilapidated housing complex, buy it and rent it out at low income, guess what's going to happen? You're giving people a better place to live instead of living in the bullshit they live in. And guess what else is going to happen? A lot of those people are going to be Section 8 people. And you going to make money. You didn't hear me say that. You attributed what I said to what other people have said. And that's not what I said. And as people in the chat room saying, it's a given that you're going to take care of your family. I'm not asking nobody to go broke. But, hey, you know what? I ain't never seen a grocery store go broke. And if you can stand your ass in front of them Nike places and make money for them, why not make money for yourself at the grocery store?
I just don't feel it's an obligation. It's nice if they do it.
Hey, and that's
I think it's realistically.
I'm not even gonna be sitting up there battling back and forth. I just feel like I feel obligated to do. Not obligated. If you do.
when did I say obligation?
I think. Go ahead, Brian. What was you gonna?
No.
I'm not trying to.
All I want to say now, I don't feel that if they do it, good. But I don't feel that obligated. That's how I feel. That's my with. I don't even care. I got to. I don't look at it like that. They walking like I don't know. But maybe in my utopia, in my idea, my utopia, I feel as though I don't know. Are you talking, TC? I'm sorry, you breaking up. Anyway, what I was gonna say in my view is like this in my utopia that I would want my community to be, the type of community instinctive. You look out for each other. It's like some of these areas I go to, like say like in line of work that I do, Sleepy Hollow. It's unspoken, classic environment. This clean. One of the things that I hate, I can tell when the community bad by the gas stations in the dirty snow. Like I hate. As soon as I see dirty snow, I already know I'm in the bad. I'm not gonna lie. It's a strange observation. I must admit, it's strange. I'm like, but gas station condition. The gas station says a lot about the community, right? So I don't think if you're a celebrity or you're an athlete, I think it's moralistically the right thing to do if you can do something for the area you live in, keep it clean, and keep opportunity in that area. I don't care what area you live in. I don't think you should be able to point to a certain actual, this block or these blocks right here. If anything, like what TC was saying, that we're actually trying to get out. Like it's like you're trying to get out of gunshot areas, gangbang areas. You're trying to get out, and unless there's ownership there, if ownership is there, then okay, we all got what you call a commitment to try to stay in. But when you see ownership, for the most part, you don't see a lot of crime when you see ownership. You don't see a lot of stuff that need help. You know what I mean? Things always help when you see ownership. So when I say the problem is not the problem war, like how do you get people to start looking at ownership? How do you start people to look at it, being business owners themselves, being financially free? There's a lot of different ways to handle, self-sufficiency. There's a lot of different ways. I don't necessarily think that you always saying throw a community up here through it, because it's not doing anything to keep the cycle the same and the argument the same. The debate points are the same. You know what I mean? And we start trying to look at anybody. The closest people we can see with money is black celebrities and athletes. We got all the way down to their money, looking in their pocket. And you talk about something that started from, hobbies. Like, Mama, get one time, play football. Yeah, go ahead. Mama, I was the fastest one out there today. They was trying to take the flag off my hip, and they couldn't catch me. Can I go outside again tomorrow? And then they end up turning into, running into like, some, let's call it what it is. Some white man who owns the whole arena. And he's gonna sell what you do. Where are our parents to say, no, we ain't gonna sell what you do over there. We gonna come over there. Mr. Williams, he likes football too, and they got we gonna go over there. All our athletes, Deion Sanders. That's what like you were talking about with Deion Sanders getting so much crap for going back to Jackson State. Right?
He received no more. No, that's not what I said. He's being commended for that. And
I'm saying when sorry. Maybe I misinterpreted a story you was telling me when you were saying, "Oh, you told your boy a few years ago
That should happen, and he said it should.
right?
I said a couple years ago that it should happen, and he said it shouldn't.
Right. So now that's a big statement he made. That's a big gesture he made toward what to give back to a community. That's a big statement. Like, right? So like when you got Deion Sanders, if you start taking like just say we always got a theme of a black and white thing going on, so we ain't gonna avoid that. Any suck, we're not gonna avoid it. We're not gonna act like it's
Not in America.
We're gonna talk about it. Let's say Lovie Smith, Mike Tomlin, you know, all of them go to the HBCU, right? You know, and recruit there. If unless those structured type of decisions or patterns are established, then we gonna always be looking at celebrities and athletes for their moral code. You know, we can really go on and on with that. We can go on and on with like, should athletes be paid? If the college is gonna be able to benefit from the Fab Five, UNLV. You know, if them jokers could have got paid back in the day with the style and the swag they played with in college, and benefited from the way they marketed themselves, their jerseys and stuff like that. You know, that's what type of thing that build up a camaraderie of community. Because you can go do something. Everybody's just not benefiting off your little boyhood habit of just running and making sure you don't get caught with a friend. And then here we are thinking that we're supposed to put our utopia on them now as they get older because they start making bread from it. I don't think that's the right thinking. In my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's the right thinking. But moralistically, just in order for I won't stay inconsistent with what I originally said about my own self-righteous, wounded expectations, I agree wholeheartedly with you that I hope people would be like that. That is mindful about making sure we pull each other about bootstrap. I agree with that, but I don't think it's something that we should be looking for them to do unless there's some other things fixed in fairness. I don't even think it's something we should be thinking like. Honestly,
Okay.
I think we should be thinking.
You know how like the thing y'all say you should take care of your family. How about this? Your brother live in Chicago. I would have made it pro. My cousin Mike and Vince, they were closer to me than my brothers. I would have given them money to start a business. I would have put my name behind that business which would induce success. They're giving people who are looking for jobs places of employment. How does that sound so far?
It sounds good to a degree because you ain't gonna get nobody no job that ain't qualified for. You're not gonna have, you know what I'm saying?
And then my mother, who worked in social services, her brother who worked in social services. I give them the means to open job training centers, which they would be funded by the government, which will open doors for people who help people get job training, help develop skills, and put them in a better situation. How does that sound?
Sound good.
Is that something that they should do? Because they are helping their family create opportunities for other people. Is that something that should be suggested?
Yeah, it's something that should be second nature.
You said what?
I'm not. What you say, Brian?
I'm listening. TC was talking.
Go ahead, T.
TC started talking.
Can you, Bob? Yeah, I can hear you now.
You froze again, T.
No, I said I want to. All I said wasn't against nobody. Yeah.
He breaking up again.
I did want to read, when you get on froze, CC jump in, but I wanted to read some of that laugh track. Yeah.
Brian,
Yeah, he's still
You breaking up. You breaking up, T.
I know, man.
Let me read. I'm gonna read some of these comments off of this question. All right. The question of the day is there a limit? Go ahead.
He froze.
Yeah, you still froze. Anyway, I'm gonna read some of these comments, from some people who chimed in on the question.
And I took some of those comments from the Spreaker.com side. Rare Beauty, she contributed a lot, so I put a lot of her comments over there as well.
Okay. You said from what side?
When you see my name and you see up under DJ, you see Rare Beauty Flavor Music, those are from Spreaker.com side. I took a lot of her. She was contributing heavily on that side, and I didn't want her comments to be left out.
All right, I gotta read this one. It's a little wordy to a degree, but I'm gonna try to get through it as fast as I can. This is a response to if family is there a limit to loyalty and being unconditional with family and friends? That's the question. Flora Naz. She says, most definitely, yes, there is. Whenever someone makes you uncomfortable with their negative presence, it goes beyond loyalty and unconditional. You can stay loyal from a distance if necessary. Unconditional love doesn't stop yet. People can often have intolerable ways that you don't have to deal with. Family can sometimes make it difficult because of your love for them. In family gatherings, it's easier to maintain unconditional and loyalty as a whole, so that those most intolerable to deal with will be surrounded with real and loving family whose love is definitely unconditional. I thought that was pretty profound, well put together, paragraph summary of kind of like what we was talking about. I really like the part when it says that, when you surround people with unconditional love, they get basically drowned out. Their negative energy get drowned out, because you're surrounding them with all time.
You got the volume up on your get down. You cool. I just blocked. TC came back. I ended the other feed and added them on this one.
Mm-hmm. So I'm good now.
You good? You perfect. You smooth. You smooth.
Oh, okay, cool. I heard what you read though, Bob. I heard the comment. I was just wanting to get across what we was talking about. The athletes. Entertainers, anybody come to money. If they do it, it's a great thing, and I commend them for it. But if they don't, I don't hold it against them.
But see, that's the thing. I'm not saying I'm condemning them or anything.
I ain't saying you did. I'm not based on what I'm not going against anything you're saying. I'm just saying how I feel. I'm not saying that you said that or that you. I'm not even coming off you. I'm not saying you said none of this. That's all. I'm not saying you said it. I'm just saying basically when it comes to that question about should they give back, I feel if they want to, because I feel nobody should have to do nothing they don't want to do. So if they don't want to get their money back, okay, they don't have to. If they do, it'd be great. That's just how I feel about that. I don't feel they should be looked upon negatively if they don't. That's all. We don't know what they're doing with their money with their family.
And you
don't know what they're doing. That's how I look at it. We don't know what they're doing.
You're right. And I'm on the other end of that spectrum. I think these dudes who not contributing, now that you said that, it does make me condemn them. Because these dudes who we standing our ass out in these lines supporting, we putting $300 and $400 and $500 into these goddamn shirts that we can only wear to certain places. We ain't even buying fucking dress shirts for $400. We buying shirts that you can wear anywhere the fuck you want to. We buying fucking polo. We buying fucking jerseys because of these people. And I think we should start supporting a lot of all these motherfuckers who not at least making their presence felt. I don't need you to give me anything. Talk to some of these people. Like, and guess what? Not just the athletes. The fact that I've been living in fucking Chicago for the better part of 50 years and I've never laid eyes on Jesse Jackson black ass. So it ain't just them. That's fucked up. I went to public school all my life and I have never laid eyes on a motherfucker who swear he got my back. Who will ask me for a donation before he say good morning. That's what I'm saying.
Now I agree with that. But go ahead, Bob.
He told you to go, Bob.
I don't know if I necessarily. I think all of it is necessary to a degree. All of the expressions toward need, because it seems like we the only community talking about, how to bring our community. We the only group of people, put it like that, not community, group of people. There's always got to get bunched up and start talking about what we need to do.
The reason we are, let me interrupt you, Bob. The reason we are, if you feel we the only people that's doing that, let's just go with that. We the only people that do that. But guess what? We the only people that had a line drawn around our community and said, we ain't letting you motherfuckers buy these houses. And if you get enough to buy them, we ain't going to give you insurance. We the only community that motherfuckers created an organization to kill us. We the only community that the government waged war against. So we should be the only community that's locking arms. I need to get TC armed. TC need to get your arm. And we need to go back to back just like we was in the motherfucking fight in the alley.
But we also do something that we cannot. We also do something that we cannot consistently, continually do. We don't raise our own sons and daughters. We gotta stop that.
That's the whole purpose, though, Bob. That's why it takes a village. That's the whole concept of it. See, we know the problem.
It ain't no village. It ain't no village. Men have got to stay connected all the way to their children. Because what we're doing is we're beginning to say that, we're beginning to look around for other people to provide stability. That's what we're doing. That's what we're talking about.
And you know what?
We're looking for
You know what?
athletes.
Remember we were talking about remembering yesterday?
Right.
That's part of remembering. Because guess what? It's an innate thing. I told you. This an ancestral thing. There's no such thing as an uncle and an aunt where we come from. They're your parents. That's why when you read Dikembe Mutombo name, he got 15 names in between Dikembe and Mutombo. Because his aunts and uncles named him and they took ownership of that. That's part of the remembering that we don't even understand. When people strip you and tear you apart, it is little specks that always will reconnect. Like if you tear your ACL, some of it'll heal on its own, but the faster way is surgery. We've been ripped apart, and our innate ability to regress back to before we were enslaved in this country tells us that Rob lives on my block. Lil Rob is not my neighbor's son. That's my son. That's why when we were raised, Miss Jefferson down the street could cook your motherfucking ass with no impunity because your mama knew that if Miss Jefferson had to get at your ass, you was doing wrong. So it is all of our responsibilities.
Yeah.
We keep thinking of money. I'm talking about in every single way. The reason I'm a big time Isaiah Thomas fan, is because he stood on the corner of Division and Cedric Street and hung out with us the day he got drafted, him and Mark Aguirre. Yeah, they handed out T-shirts and stuff, but when the cameras left, they took us all down to Sammy's and hung out with us. So that's part of the community. That's part of making it a community. Nobody told them to stay, and when Converse left, they stayed. That's what I'm saying, man. Exactly what you're saying.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly, Brian. I agree with the utopia idea. So I want to at least clarify my last few points so I don't seem like I'm jumping all over the board, because I'm not. The only thing I'm saying is, to me, I'm been able to highlight, just like it's easy to highlight. And I don't think we got to preach this and emphasize the fact that men have got to sacrifice. Because this is the difference that you see with us as blacks and other races. You see these men understand an instinctive responsibility to take care of their children and their home, with life insurance, with everything, all their stuff in place. And I just think that we need to broaden our thought process as black men, and understand we cannot waver with the responsibilities that we have, because it has a bigger impact on the overall reputation of the community. It's much bigger. You got a lot of these cats who locked up now. These sons out here like terrorizing the neighborhood in that hip hop blood coat. And I don't want to be the one highlighting and pointing them out, but I just think we throwing ideas and stuff at that ain't the solution. It ain't if you want to throw some money at them, man, throw some money, man, at the ones that's locked up and whose son out there terrorizing the neighborhood. Throw some opportunity to get that man an opportunity before he get out, so he can be an impactful person. If you want to throw something at something, get your CDL, round top, drive.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. That is the dictionary definition of what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it. I'm talking about, if that ain't the thinking, if that thinking don't change, we talking a mute point. We're talking it's a mute subject. We're always gonna be going back around. It's a mute subject.
But that's exactly what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
That is literally what I'm talking about. Because
What's that?
Okay.
Yeah, what?
Rob just said what we need to do is focus on getting our community back, and instead of just handing out money, hand out situations. So, hey, this guy's finna get out of jail. Maybe we could put him in a situation that he can get a CDL and never go back. Isn't that what you just said, Rob?
I was saying that.
I'm just saying, isn't that a part of what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
But I was saying it from the fact that we're focusing on the wrong thing. We're focusing on, and there ain't nothing wrong with focusing on communities and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. We're spending too much energy and too much time without understanding this fatherlessness. And I don't even like saying that out loud, because it feel like I'm agreeing with Candace Owens. You know what I'm saying? But that fatherlessness, man, we cannot underestimate the destruction that's created.
Okay. Why do y'all think the fathers aren't there? I'm going to listen. I'm going to be quiet and listen.
I think the fathers are not there because we have got addicted to emulating the greedy patterns of capitalistic nation. That's why I think the fathers are not there. They chase things that will give them a position of influence. And they do it because the whole society shows them that this is cool. This is the way it is. Get yours, right? So everybody starts emulating. But we're penalized like more harsh if we get caught up doing the same thing that they doing, right? Cutthroat nature. You ask me why a lot of fathers are not there. Cocaine is nowhere in where these dudes grew up, right? And I'm not making no excuse for being a criminal. You ask me why a lot of them are not there. Why is this? So that's why I said at the beginning, just wind this back. I knew I didn't get in the word of crime because I didn't want to get locked up for 35 years. I would have been a snitch. That's why I said that. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand, like, it don't take me no rocket science to realize, you know, what dude that, man, he gone, man. He gone, I know, 20 years. 20 years. Like, you know, at 12 years old, 20, 30, 32 sound old. When you're 12, you know what I'm saying? It don't take me long to realize I don't want to do that. And you ain't have to tell me, my man I used to look up to on the court, hooping and everything, nice on the court, man. See him down on the block, man, lip dry, on his mouth white. This man smoking a missile. You ain't got to tell me not to smoke no missile, man. I used to look up to this dude. You ain't got to tell me not to smoke no missile, bro. You see what I'm saying? So, first of all, we got to stop emulating criminal stuff. Stop making criminal stuff cool. Because you out here getting the influence, the early influence that comes with getting money fast. Influence comes with money. You get money fast, influence and girls come with money. We emulate that off life, not just white people, off life. Influence got option. When you got influence, you got option. Right? But when you're talking about loyalty, commitment, discipline, and all that type of stuff, because there's consequences that come from cashing in options. And if you're not responsible, you're going to be creating responsibilities and you're not going to be taken care of. And it's going to have an overall bigger impact on the entire society. Or the way they boxed us in, only on your community. Only on your community. Don't bring on, get back in that box. Get back in that box. Get in that box. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to let your lack of responsibility, affect the whole society. We're just gonna let it affect your community. We're gonna look at y'all lose yourselves in life. You don't realize, hey, you're going. Like TC made a point a long time ago. What makes black communities the ones we're talking about, the blood culture? What makes them mad? He was like, the police ain't doing their job, right? Cause you go over there to Tinley Park. You do everything right. You put your seatbelt on, walk out. You know what I'm saying? You 10 and 2. Why? Them police got a reputation. They don't play that. Them men over there in that community don't play that. That's who don't play that. Them men. Any community that's bad, the men is discombobulated and not in agreement with law enforcement. Because when you good and you responsible, you know the police. What up, Billy? How you doing? Keep that stuff out of our neighborhood, right? That's my opinion.
TC? Same question, bro.
Where the fathers at?
No. Why do you think the community is in the shape it's in?
Oh, the community? Man, because the shape of our people in. The people that's in it. I mean, to be real. Our community messed up because they got us fucked. I'm saying in the hole, you know? I'm not gonna go on here and get to bashing nothing, but
we ain't attacking our folks. We're not attacking our folks. When you finish that, I want you and Rob to answer this. How you fix it? But finish that,
okay.
And then while you,
I think our community, especially our community, we messed up because our community from head to toe is full of deception, full of corruption. I mean, we go down from the pastors to the aldermen to the mayor to the police.
is full of corruptions, especially in the hood. Let's be real. The alderman over there on 111, you know, he more into getting little girls than taking care of business. Let us be real over there. And the police, and then CC playing in his butt, which means police got something on him. He ain't gonna attack the police that he's supposed to do. He ain't gonna do what he's supposed to do. So it's like, to me, the hood, especially the hood, is a reflection of the people in it, what we're going through. And the only way I think is a chance, for real, to get it. We gotta quit believing, man, that, this is my opinion. You gotta quit believing, man, that you gonna burn the rest of your life. You gotta get that fear tactic out your mind and start living your life. They got us held down on some crazy stuff. This is my opinion.
When you broke up.
Oh, damn.
No, he clear. He clear. He crystal.
Oh, okay.
He crystal on this end.
Because what I'm saying,
TC?
no,
You
he
stop-
asked you a question, Brian.
I didn't hear you.
Bob asked you a question.
No,
He was talking, so
he was saying he couldn't hear you. You good? Keep going.
okay. I feel to fix the hood, man. We gotta get that. We gotta renew our mind as a people in the neighborhood and quit trying to believe and quit being led to let people lead us the wrong way, man. It's like our community is like not all of them, but as a whole, because it affects the whole. We easily misled. Somebody come say a little speech, and if it sound good, we act like he good. We go there, and like I'm trying not to attack the church on Sunday, but that's where it starts to me. That's the problem with our people. That is my problem. Our mind, they keep not all, but majority. They keep our mind so limited. They in church. They don't let us. They with the things that's been taught to our people need to be modernized. It needs to be a little bit more. Give them another avenue than just sit there and got them praying all the time. It's another way to make work. You make them do something. That's how I feel. I just feel the church, Christians, that Christianity. I think that most of our neighborhoods, and it ain't no coincidence the neighborhoods ain't right either.
Rob?
That's just how.
Well, one of the things that I think we should not overlook, you know, when we're talking about, it always feel like we're going to the impoverished area of our communities when we have these conversations. We're not going to the stabilized community, the blacks in the stable. That's what it feels like. We're always going to. I think the question is, how do we fix impoverished?
You gotta help them, the ones we trying to get out, right? I'm just thought that's the question is for. Now, some people, some have, escaped the little net. They understood.
I can hear him clearly, Rob. I can hear him clearly.
I thought the question.
No, keep going, TC. I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, I'm just basically why I attack the worst part of the hood because I feel them the ones that need help. Them the ones that being still controlled. Like, a lot of people make it out of that. Because you gotta make it out of that. That's how it really feels in certain neighborhoods. You gotta make it out of that. Because you see the pastor looking at your mama boo. Just like the nigga in the street. You see everything. You see the police, when we little run, we ain't even do nothing. But the mentality was run. That's what we knew. So we got to get out of that. In order to help them get out of there, I feel to help the masses, we got to have this a rebirth in our mind. It's time to think, go against the bigger plan, man. It's a bigger plan now. What they're doing against us, we need to get prepared to fight this instead of still trying to just get to heaven. Just get to heaven. That's all they're telling us. They teach us it's better when you die. No, we can't have that mentality. We can't have that mentality no more. We need a new mind, man, in the hood. Some kind of hope. Think about it for a minute, man. I ain't gonna say no.
Hey, TC, stop saying that, man. This us. Speak your damn mind.
Imagine if you're in the hood, man. This is a real experience. If you're in the hood, you see the dude at the corner store, you think it's cool, getting you candy and stuff. And you realize he was banging your auntie or your cousin. You go to church and you see the dude at church, he all cool and stuff, then he got a pint in his hand later on. You see the dude at the church thinking nice and cool, then you find out, listen to your mama and them talking, he asked him child to holler at that lady. And these real experiences. Then you go see the police, you outside, they say, why the police? You know. They will come, we playing football in the side, and they get aggressive on look, see. The police, we ain't even doing nothing. Now imagine seeing all that in the neighborhood. Then you come home, you gotta hear whatever reason why daddy ain't there. You come home to that all the time, they're gonna create something. Let's just be real. It's gonna create something, man. And that's what is created. This is what is created in the hood. So imagine that little dude mindset when he get old, he ain't trusting nothing and believing in nobody. He seen the police, pastors, family, you got the family member that touched somebody in the other family little knees. You got the big old uncle that touched a little cousin. Everybody in the family know they check them, but you done seen that. So it's like everything they hope is gone. Damn, little shorty going to the hood, got nothing to believe in. Everything is not what it seems to them. So then you get mad at them and say the shorty's wrong because they out here shooting and volleying up and killing it up. But then I ride through the hood, the basketball range took down. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Our neighborhood, Ansley, don't have a basketball team? No practices? Can you imagine what a shorty to do? Either stand in the crib, they were trying to go outside, play that video game. Listen to video game, they can see their friends and play and be safe. So if they ain't in the crib to them, they need to get outside. Get outside. What did you do? 8 miles. Ain't no court. You go outside, no court. You finna go hang with a nigga smoking the blunts. Right.
I'm still here. You just can't see me. I'm still here. You just can't see me.
My fault. That's the hood and the nut shit.
No, I'm saying I'm fixing something. I'm still hearing. You just can't see me.
Okay. So we gonna fix something. We gotta check the real. We gotta get them something to believe in over there. And what is it? The same old talk that they grandmama believe. They mama, they big grandmama. They ain't never take none of that. We can't keep talking or have the same mindset. And we trying to reach these cats. They done heard it all, dog. You know what I'm saying? They done heard it all. It gotta be a renewable mind. It gotta be something new, something fresh, something to make the kids want to jump on board. We can't tell them nothing without, like I believe what Brian said about opportunity. You can't get no shorty to do nothing in the hood if you ain't gonna give no way to make no money. The best speakers in the world gonna make a high, and then he's still gonna do what he gotta do. So if we can provide an opportunity for somebody, then why you even talking to them? You think that's how I look at it. Because when you come talk to them, I know you believe in your voice, strength in your voice, and you go for shit and you mean it. But if your end speech ain't ending up with shorty got a way to take care of himself, then you need to fix your game, your approach. Don't say these shorties don't want to listen. No, ain't they want to listen? You ain't giving them no results that matter. That great speech and all you did, and you can do this too, shorty, give me your call. I'm gonna do this and that. You better do something to help him relieve what he's going through. Because if you can't bring that with that conversation, then you just wasting your time.
talking to these little cats. They gonna sell that weed. I'm selling these 3 5, whatever you saying. I gotta take care of my business. So what you gonna do? Gonna give a speech to the shorties? Alright, man, it made sense, man. But hold on, I got a play to make. You know what I'm talking about? I'm finna go get this bread. But if you put an opportunity with that speech to make them some bread, it don't make them gotta humble themselves and say, hey, you can start at 10, but I started like that. You ain't, alright, you gonna have to do sell a weed in your job.
Same 2 questions to you. I thought you were stupid. No, I want you to answer the same 2 questions. You already answered what the problem. How we fix it?
Mine is kind of sweet. Mine kind of short. You know, I think the best idea is to make a school and the headquarters for like a job search and training center at the same place. You know what I mean? Like you know, I think those got to be. You want to talk about buildings or locations? See, because right off the bat, if if your parents are going through some type of certification class or whatever type of thing they're doing, trying to better themselves, job training, and the school should be in the same building. You're looking for a job, whatever opportunity to go to the same building where your teacher, you can easily be following up with your student, your child. You know what I mean? And then that way, the presence of parents around the school facilities in that way, it can keep down garbage. It can keep down like your mama upstairs, your daddy upstairs. Just something as simple as that. If you got, one of my buddies, it was a guy I knew a few years ago did that at school, and I thought it was a brilliant idea. He made a job center in the school, and parents are dropping their kids off looking for jobs. What they do, they came in. You know what I'm saying? That was brilliant to me. I don't know how it pushed on, but I just think when you talk about a solution, that's a start. That's a start. Put parents in the same area. If I was, whether it be for certifications or whatever, put the connection, the site to go research stuff in the same area with the children. And boy, kids, when you talking about, man, they act right. That's an act right presence. And because we talking about those communities, that's more. I mean,
why you stop, Rob?
That'll definitely. Or also put it like this in addition to something like that. Have like those free seminar classes like for the parents.
Hey, I'm on air. I'll be over there in about maybe an hour. Okay, cool. All right.
Get them the people who try to get out of the community or trying to, because that's the main goal, TC. One thing with your worldview or, being exposed to the world, it'll make you want to get out of those conditions, right? You'll want to get out of those conditions. But if a lot of parents don't even know what to do. They don't know, and I'm not making excuses. They just really don't know how to change their own disposition. So stock market, class seminars, and stuff like that in the same building where your kids are at. That to me, that's hot. That's a hot idea,
Let me say this. First of all, I love the fact that we don't agree on this. I really enjoy having conversations with people that I totally have different opinions with. It's a pleasure to do this. Thank y'all for having me on the Jaw Jackets, man.
Did you what?
That we don't agree with. Y'all don't understand how much I appreciate this. I'm not kidding. Now, as I talk right now, I'm gonna let y'all know one thing. I set y'all up, man. I set y'all up with those 2 questions. Those 2 questions were straight setup questions. The reason I call them straight setup questions is this. Y'all don't think these people owe us anything and they don't have to give us anything. But what y'all said is these people that put us in a trick bag, right? In short, y'all said, and I wrote, that's what I was writing down. I went and got my stuff to write, take down notes. Y'all said we need to take up responsibility for ourselves. We need to stop Look at people who selling us dreams. We need to get rid of them. And then he said we need to stop believing in nonsense and find us something to believe in. That's TC. Rob said we need to find something to put ourselves with our kids and our community so the parents and the kids get uplifted at the same time. Right? It's only a few of us with the money to do that because we know the government is not going to fund that. All I'm saying is these dudes who we love and we cherish and we put money into them. Because let's not act like when it's a black movie, the Empire Strikes Back and Cooley High 2 come out the same day. Where you going? You going to see Cooley High 2? Right. Why? Because it relates to you and some of your favorite people going to be in it. We support our own. I'm asking those same people to give Rob money. Help Rob fund the after school program. I'm asking those same people to find the TCs in the world because TC believe in God. He just don't believe in it. He don't believe in the people who teaching about God. So TC got a message. Help TC get his message out. That's all I'm saying. Help us help ourselves. Now, one thing I understand where you're coming from, TC, but this is what I will say. It's a perfect message. It ain't never a perfect messenger. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad was messing around with 18-year-old girls. We don't like that. Malcolm X used to be a pimp. A lot of people didn't like that. Martin King got our ass kicked. People didn't like that. But what they were saying is come together. That was the message. It ain't nothing wrong with the pastor taking a sip because he didn't say he was a saint. He said he was a pastor. He didn't say he was perfect. He a man still. Now, if he cheating on his wife and trying to sleep with the whole community, he wrong. Because that's against what he preached. But there ain't nothing wrong with the pastor or the dude who helping out the kids checking out your fine ass mama. Because your mama fine and he a man. Now, I'm not saying dog your mama out, but I'm just saying it ain't nothing wrong. We got to stop. Huh?
No, let's be real for a minute, man. Let's be real when it comes to pastor, man.
No. I'm not telling you to get the pastor. No, but the pastor should. How you going to tell the pastor not to drink?
Okay, the new school pastor.
Man, the old school pastors are looking at your mama too. You just didn't know. But what I'm saying is, but if he, look, let's say you. No, but you not paying attention to him. Even that pastor in the word of God that he's given to you, he say respect the word, not the man. Look, this is what I'm saying. I'm not telling no pastor to be like, what's up, baby? Come on, woo. I'm saying, if your mama is a nice looking woman and you see a man looking at your mama with some good intentions, ain't nothing wrong with that. No, he is a man.
So what I'm telling you is, for sure they see they like you mad for doing it.
No, but you mad. I'm talking to you, TC. If he ain't looking at it with bad intentions, he not wrong. If he trying to smut your mama out, he wrong. If he trying to sleep with all the women in the church, he wrong. But if he's looking at a nice looking woman and saying, man, I wonder what's up with Miss Jackson. There's nothing wrong with that if he don't have a wife.
But see, I'm saying you give him all the way, but I'm saying the one did have a wife.
No, but see, again, I personally see that's what I was getting to next. Our community, we have been programmed to find what's wrong. Because I'm of the belief that it's far more pastors that do right than do wrong. It's far more black men that do right than do wrong. As a matter of fact, how about this, TC? Hold on, TC. TC, how about this? Did you know, since we love to quote things and talk about things that we've seen and heard about, do you know it was a study for 10 years, and it showed that black men are 90% more engaged, 60% more than the next group of people with their kids, but we have a reputation of being deadbeats. But they watched us for 10 years, and we engage, 90% of us engage with our kids, 60% more than the next race. But we wouldn't know that. They know it. That's why they keep putting it out there. Deadbeat black dead, deadbeat black dead, deadbeat black dead. Just like black on black crime, black on black crime. But guess what? You got a 91% chance of being hurt by somebody black if you black. If you white, it's 90. If you Latino, it's 89. So if we was all in the class and black people got 91 on the test, and white people got a 90, and Latino people got 89, we would all get the same grade. But we don't know that because we only hear the surface stats. I'm going to show you from the sports perspective. Karl Malone scored 28 points a night. George scored 29 a night. They not the same. They not the same. So all I'm saying is we got to stop looking for the worst. And are you telling me, TC, you got this slimy ass pastor in your neighborhood? He peeping all the women. He got a fifth in his pocket, but he done open up a youth center. He got that job program that Rob talking about. He helping out the kids. He helping with recidivism rate. But he's a greasy motherfucker. He trying to sleep with the women. Now, all we got to do as men to be like, Pastor Jackson ain't shit when it come to women. But we got him when it come to this other stuff. Inform our women, this man is no good in regards to relations. But everything else, he good. There is no perfect messenger. It's a perfect message, though. The message is to help us. The messenger might be full of shit. To quote church people, the devil will give you the best advice you can ever get. He'll give it to you because he know you, and you ain't gonna listen to it coming from him. And now you 6 months down the road and go, that motherfucker was right, but you done missed your beat already. So we can't focus on the flaws in the people because sometimes the most flawed people can help you. You just can't put faith in that person. We gotta do what TC said. Stop putting faith in that man and do what he said do. Like, if you see TC, you driving down the street, it's raining cats and dogs. Oh, there go Brother TC from the church. That's what we do now. But we go, there go Brother TC from the church. Get on in, brother. I'll drop you off at the crib. Now, if that same crooked-ass pastor told you to do that, he's still crooked, but he told you the right thing to do. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that these dudes supposed to stand there like this, TC. TC, these basketball players and these actors ain't supposed to do this. But what they are supposed to do, if I got $700, get a community $10, man. Get a community $10. That's all I'm saying. Out of that $700, get a community assault ball. That's all I'm saying, TC. And one more thing, and then I'm gonna shut up. What I'm saying, Rob? How about? And this is what I'm saying. When they get that $10, that's gonna fund that after school program. That's gonna fund those rims, TC. It's also gonna pay for that coach that's gonna teach them kids. That's all I'm saying.
Now that part, I totally understood. To me, what you meant from that concept from the beginning when you was making it.
No,
I mean, it's almost like an alumni vibe.
That's what I have been saying since the very beginning of this conversation. That's why I kept saying to y'all, no, y'all hearing what other people did said about this. I'm saying help. I ain't saying you only. Hey, Jay-Z said it. How can I help the poor if I'm one of them?
I just think the way it's framed sometimes. I don't want to open the whole that part way up because we've been got rolling for almost 2 hours and 15 minutes. I didn't know we had been on looking at the time like we had been rolling.
We've been rolling.
I get it going, man. What's your point? I gotta go ahead on here.
I wanted to hit a point. I understand. I wanted to hit a point you said where you said I set y'all up.
No,
You know,
I wanted y'all to tell me what the point that I set y'all up is. I wanted y'all to tell me what was wrong and how it could be fixed because I knew we were all saying the same thing, but y'all was hearing it from other people. Y'all wasn't hearing what I'm saying. Y'all was hearing, man, these people, I ain't giving up shit. I ain't finna go broke helping your black ass. Because you full of shit. That's what I knew. If I told y'all to lay out what needed to be done, y'all would do it. And then I would say, and them athletes and the fucking actors, they can help fund those things. They can help. Like one thing TC said, I don't want to make no bullshit ass money because I'm going to go out here and sell weed. But if Derrick Rose would have opened up Derrick Rose restaurant and Derrick Rose motherfucking grocery store, he could have started motherfucker off at a nice lick. And then the whole community, because it's Derrick Rose, would have went out there and bought all that shit because he looking out. Because that's what we do. When you find out, man, you know TC on 63rd and Cassie. Woo, woo, woo. He killing it in the NBA right now. You know he opened up a grocery store in the Manor. People going to the Manor and taking everything off the shelf. You know this TC store. TC, this a young brother off the he from the low end, and he done looked out. We go in there and get all this stuff. It was people that ain't put on a pair of Adidas since the 60s. When Derrick Rose got that Adidas contract, everybody in Chicago had a Rose on their toe, on their tongue, on their gym shoe. We went and bought them Adidas shoes because that was Derrick Rose and he was one of us. That's all I'm saying. We will support the hell out of one of us. So, since you know that, you saw us buy the gym shoes because you Derrick Rose, you from Chicago. Now, put a grocery store there and watch how much money get flooded in your pockets because you Derrick Rose and it ain't been a grocery store over here since the day after King got shot. And now it's one, and now your grandmama go, hey, I'm going to give you an example. I used to work with this lady, Miss K. Do you know, this is a real story, Miss K neighbor was Hines Ward's grandmama. She started buying Miss K's sister, somebody used to live next door to Hines Ward's grandmama. Do you know the lady next door? She said, you know, he up there playing the Hines field now. The lady next door started buying more Hines ketchup because she thought they named that goddamn field after her neighbor's grandson. She started buying more ketchup. That's all I'm saying. If you got old ladies doing that, you mean to tell me that same old lady wouldn't have stopped going to Food for Less and Osco and all them places and went her ass to Derrick Rose's? That's all I'm saying.
Hey, you make sense. Now, what you're saying, that's what I understand he said, because we cast back to what you said in the beginning. If they did that, the things we talking about the neighborhood would need, the community would need, they wouldn't need. So you 100% right. You right. You right.
But
if they did that, and you're right.
And it's no, and that's why I said I love people that disagree with me because I didn't think about the basketball rims. I didn't think about the youth center. I thought about a youth center, but it would be nice if your badass son act a fool. We go across the hall, get your mama to cook your ass, and then go back to class, and then you ain't for act no fool with your mama down the hall. If your mama at school, if Rob mama at school checking on Rob, TC is not finna do shit that day.
Right.
Or Rob mama in school, they gonna be like, TC, why you acting good? I don't even know TC. My name is Terrence. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And look, one of the listeners said this, TC. See, I told you we got to stop finding the bad, man. It's more good mamas than bad. The squeaky wheel get the oil. Look, TC, one of the listeners said this. Why do you act as if pastors are not human beings? They're human beings who love just like the rest of us.
You see, I didn't want to go there while I'm talking to pastors. It ain't about, let's be real for them. I mean, it's a reason why I just don't want to turn this segment, our first show, on why. I'm not talking about they're human. We know they're human. I'm not even talking about that. So I'm saying when I was a shorty coming up, Madeline boy said that. I'm not saying that that that's not normal. He can't. I'm just saying if you a shorty as a boy growing up, seeing everything you thought was right in certain ways, and you seeing opposite as a young boy. That's all I'm saying.
And that's when Rob, TC, that's when Rob's point come in. That's when Rob's point come in.
It's a whole nother conversation.
Look. But that's when Rob's point come in. We need to be in tune with our young men. So when TC sees something he don't like, Uncle Rob, I don't like that Pastor Jackson was looking at my mama's ass. And then Rob. No. I'm using the example that you used. When you have an issue, we need to be involved in these boys' life, like Rob said, so they can be comfortable enough to say, Uncle TC, Uncle Brian, Uncle Rob, this some BS. And then we go, no, stall them out, dog. Stall them out. Nah, that ain't what it. After we get off the air, I'm going to tell y'all a little story about what happened in my personal life, and I'll let you know what time it is. But, no, I can't tell. No, that's a rated R story. I can't tell that story. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But again, man, this goes back to my point at the top of this portion of the conversation. That's why I'm glad we didn't agree. Because if we'd agreed, first of all, we got people coming in and out of the show, hitting the like button. We got a little bubble to us. Sister Rare Beauty said, man, it's an awesome show. You did it again. Woo, so the show's dope. But the fact that we don't agree is the better part of it. That's the best part. People think a show with three brothers, well, you need to go to church, we need to get good grades, and what nobody be talking in our chat room. They be like, these nerds. But disagreeing made the show work. Even if people was in there going, fuck them, man, they crazy. Or fuck H-Rap, he crazy. They listening. They listening. What's up? Like my man Ron, he in from Canada. Brother Ron just checked in from Canada. So,
What's up, man? Good checking you, bro.
So that's what I'm saying, man.
Hey, but for real though, like what you saying is true. When it's all said and done, I don't feel like. I mean, if they do it, it will be a man. The community will can come up. What you're pointing back there, Rose. Jay Rose put a couple of grocery stores out throwing his name, and especially on 70-something over there in Ashland. I mean, it will
bubble.
It will support it. Mm-hmm.
And it'll be quick. It will be folks quitting food for less. There people be quitting food for less. Going down there to work for Roll.
Yeah, I believe that.
Hey man.
I believe you know that too. There got to be something behind the scenes we don't know. There got to be something going on we don't know to stop certain things. I think they know it too.
Or they could be thinking like you was thinking. I ain't gonna get all my money away.
They ain't gonna take all your money and do that. They ain't got too much money. You can't talk like that.
Hey man, you never know.
They don't take your money. I'm just saying, when you open up businesses, it's always like a corporation. But it's like you gotta take everything out your pocket to open it up.
That's why I said 4 or 5 of them get together and do it. Now it's a corporation. Dude, if you go to your hometown, unless you just the biggest asshole in town, your folks gonna follow you. Like, I bought some of that Isaiah Thomas champagne. I don't even drink that shit. I gave it away. But it was from Isaiah Thomas and the dude from my high school, Marcus Wyatt, had it. One of the homies is like, hey, man, what's that? I said, here, you can have it. I'm not going to drink this bullshit. That's Isaiah's shit. I'm fucking with him. Hey, Douce, the #1 cognac. Ace of Spades, that old high-ass champagne. Broke motherfuckers is buying that because Jay-Z said it. Ciroc, we buy that shit because it's puffy juice. 50 Cent put his name on some vodka. Yeah, I'm just saying. But why did you try it? Ciroc been on the market. You tried it because Puffy was there.
Yeah, the red berry, mango. Yeah, Yeah, that's kind of nice.
See, that's all I'm saying. So if you going to buy shit because Puffy face on it, you like, I'm gonna support the brother. The brother need to be like, I just made $40 off TC. Okay, I made 20 because I got a partner. Let me throw the community $2. I still got 18.
I agree with that. But see, what I'm saying, again, we don't know what they doing. I
Right.
don't know. Like that. So I'm not gonna sit there and go in, but that to me, what you're saying makes a lot of sense.
Appreciate
And I
it.
feel like I'll do that.
That's all I'm saying. And that's really my point, because you would. So why don't they more or outwardly?
They probably have. They probably do. I just don't.
No, but I'm saying I need to see it in the form of community centers, grocery stores, apartment complexes, because then it builds pride. And that same thing that you said was missing, TC, I can't do this. When Derrick Rose do it, now you say you can.
It'll be powerful. It will be powerful.
Well, Rob, you the host, man. You gonna wrap this up? You gonna hit the wrap it up button?
What you say?
Y'all still want to go? I got time.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump off, man, because it's like I ain't been asleep. So.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and shut it down, Rob.
Man, you ain't been asleep. Man, just stay up and monkey sleep.
I got to work, man. I just got to work. I just worked, two jobs yesterday, baby. And
Okay.
which one you do? What you say?
Wrap it up.
Oh man, hey man, first of all, thank you for listening. Let's plug what we doing this Sunday. Go to the YouTube channel. If you like the content of, the pattern of what we do, go to the YouTube channel, Collective Perspective, and like and hit the notification bell. All of the content that come through the channel, we collaborate with a bunch of different people. So just get in a momentum with us. Get in a groove with us. We don't like to be talking about all these problems without coming up with some type of solutions or some options to some solutions. Big Captain, man, plug your YouTube channel.
Oh, well, y'all already on my YouTube channel. It's The End of the Bench, THAENDOFDABENCH, The End of the Bench. And then me and my partners, number one, Chief Rocket Jersey Vern and DJ Mad Knox, we own Built for This Network. This is being simulcasted on Built for This Network. As I said at the top of the show, you can catch the Jaw Jackers, DJ Mad Knox, Chief Rocker, DJ Purplicious, Big Illinois, Joe from Houston, Cheers Roundtree, DJ Mukadeen. Yes, that's about it. That covers everybody. You can check us out on Built for This Network. You can listen to this show on repeat. This show is being played 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There ain't no such thing as, so when TC and Rob, when our partners hit us and say, hey man, y'all back in play, I missed y'all show. This is what you tell them. Take your ass to Spreaker.com, Speaker with an R, Spreaker.com, and go to Built for This Network, YouTube Built for This Network, Apple Podcasts Built for This Network, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Deezer, and Podcast Addict, or wherever you download your podcast, and that's where you can get the Jaw Jackers back in effect with your man H-Rap D. I say this at the end of all my shows. I'm going to say it at the end of your show. If anybody thought we was on BS and didn't like our show, you
better shut your white mouth. I'm not kidding you.
Or you can dream those dreams and man up and live, woman up and live those dreams. It's life without dreams flows in black and white. Life with dreams flows in Technicolor surround time. Stay on top of your shit, because if you ain't on top of your shit, you on the bottom. 2 fingers, 1 word. This H-Rap.
We are Built for This Network, for the strong, not the weak.